tonight. We're going to need everyone's thoughts here to talk about it. The Knicks, I mean, just when you think you've seen it all, as a 30-plus year New York Knicks fan, I thought I'd seen it all, but we witnessed. I'm still speechless after what we just witnessed. The New York Knicks absolutely collapsed down the stretch. A all-time performance from Luka Doncic, just didn't let his team lose. But the Knicks, again, threw this one away. Threw it away down the stretch. Dallas Mavericks, obviously a lot of luck went their way. But, man, the New York Knicks suffer their fourth straight defeat. Up 9 points with 33 seconds to go. Who would have thought the New York Knicks could lose this one just when you think they were going to pull it out? They invent more ways to lose a basketball game. Absolutely horrible from the New York Knicks. Man, a lot of soul searching going to need to be done after this one. Obviously, the refs again were kind to Dallas. I thought, things obviously opened up for Dallas when Quentin Grimes was trapped. It wasn't really a jump ball, in my opinion, but the refs called a quick one. I think the Knicks made the right decision to foul Luka. Obviously, things went right. He hit the first free throw before OT and got the rebound. Quentin Grimes fumbled the ball. You already know what happened. Got it in, and once we went into overtime, I just knew that everything was just going to go Dallas's way after that. Man, it's just hard mentally to recover from that. But we rewind and we saw an incredible performance from Emmanuel Quickly tonight, running the point, 15 assists, unbelievable performance, which makes this loss even more maddening. Quentin Grimes, career high, mentioned couldn't get that rebound, but Quentin Grimes stood up tonight. Julius Randle obviously had the homecoming in Dallas. Luka Doncic had yet to lose to the New York Knicks, so he had yet to beat the New York Knicks in Dallas. But tonight, he just wasn't going to let his team lose this one. And the Knicks gifted them this one, man. Where to from here? We're going to chop it up, talk about it with the chat, get everyone's thoughts after this, look at the road ahead. But, man, like I said, once the game went to OT, man, it was like we were done. We were done for, man. Players were gassed. Again, Tom Thibodeau playing heavy minutes tonight, quickly, 40-plus minutes, maybe even near 50. I've got to look at the box score. We'll pull it up. But, yeah, Quentin Grimes, huge minutes. Derrick Rose got into the rotation, but no Cam Reddish tonight, no Fournier. I mean, Jalen Brunson sat. Missed him tonight, obviously, but the Knicks did what they needed to do to pull this one out, all but the last 33 seconds. Basically, it was unbelievable collapse. Like I said, in 30 plus years of watching New York Knicks games, I don't think I've seen anything like tonight, man. Especially on the back of a Luka Doncic performance like we saw, just unbelievable. Can't believe what I just witnessed. Deuce McBride, really good performance tonight. He was clutch at the line, did what he needed to do. Mitchell Robinson couldn't hit some free throws down the stretch. Again, he needs to get in the gym and practice those. There's Mitch, because we could have sealed this one. But it all came down to that missed fumbled rebound. The Jason Kidd, Dallas coach, made the adjustment. They brought in JaVale McGee. The Knicks didn't bring in Jericho Sims. Couldn't pull in that rebound, which hurt the Knicks. Where to from here? 4 straight losses now on the back of 8 wins in a row. I mean, it's a lot of soul searching now. San Antonio, Houston coming up. The remaining 2 games in Texas. The Knicks are definitely going to come out angry after this one. But I mean, talk is cheap right now for the Knicks. This is just a trend. This is an all too familiar trend for the New York Knicks to suffer these kind of losses, to invent new ways to lose. Is just gobsmacking, for this team. Demoralizing all of that stuff. Absolute all-time choke job for the New York Knicks tonight. But yeah, we've got nothing else to do but look at some of the positives tonight. That was Quentin Grimes, Deuce McBride, Quickly's 15 assists, like I said again. Yeah, man. So how we feeling, chat? Luka willed his team. Yeah, the Knicks collapsed. It was just the perfect storm for everything, really. Luka doing what he was doing, 60 points, 21 rebounds, and 10 assists. The first player in NBA history to pull that off. You got to recognize greatness first and foremost, and Luka is great right now. What he just did. I mean, the Dallas Mavericks do need to get him some help, no doubt about it. I mean, they had a lot of open looks as well. The Knicks got lucky, later in the game in the fourth. Dallas, I mean, they opened the game up. The Knicks stopped running. We obviously got tired, but we just played a perfect 3 quarters. To lose this one is absolutely heartbreaking, gut-wrenching, man. Prometheus, yeah. And this is the kind of loss that, not saying Thibodeau's going to get fired tomorrow, but this is the kind of loss that gets a coach fired, man. No doubt about it, man. Agent, appreciate what's going on, man. Give us your thoughts after this. The Knicks won this game, but the league had the duty to keep the superstar on top. They gave Luka this game because it would have looked bad losing to the Knicks while putting up those type of numbers, man. Well, that's interesting. I understand there were some bad calls down the stretch, fam. The Knicks did choke. We could have won this one if we held onto the rebounds. I put this one at the foot of the Knicks tonight, but you're right. The refs didn't help. I go on a tirade all the time, but the Knicks never get any favors from the refs, man. I mean, to call a jump ball that quick. Again, Quentin Grimes, he'll learn from that. He should have handled that situation better. You never hold onto the ball that long. The trap's coming, and you're on the sidelines as well. Dribble the ball in the center of the court, man. You never dribble along the sidelines as well when the team's about to foul you. I mean, I thought he would have learnt last time, man. Come into the middle of the court so that you've got either side to evade the double. Again, but I'm extremely proud of Quick tonight, Grimes, and of course Deuce for hitting his free throws. Julius got in incredible foul trouble early, but he managed to stay in the game a lot. But yeah, I mean, fork in the road. Talk about I said last show, agent chat, fork in the road after the last loss. Definitely now 4-game losing skid. Now still 1 game above 500. But you just wonder if a loss like this is just going to really, really hurt the team mentally. I mean, it's tough to recover from this. I mean, we're lucky in this NBA where you have 1 game and then you can get back to business because, man, if this was football and you had to stew on this for a week, man, I had to get some thoughts out there and, talk to the chat, man, because you guys tell me that's one of the worst losses I've ever seen. And I know we seem to say this a lot, but this ain't no prisoner of the moment thing, man. In 30 plus years of watching a game, the Knicks blew this one in so many ways. It's just absolutely infuriating, fam. Yep. Yeah. Agent agrees with me. Yeah. If I'm a development coach or whichever coach on the Knicks do need to pull Quentin Grimes aside, it's like, get out from the sideline, dribble the ball inbound, in the middle of the court. Julius there waving his hands, frustrated. I think Quentin Grimes. That was basically the beginning of the run. The reason I start there, and I'm not blaming Quentin Grimes on this for this loss. It's a full team loss from coach down. But you got to start with the basics. You're an NBA player. You should not dribble the ball down the sideline like that as well. Of course, you only need to be stripped for a second, and the ref is going to call it a jump ball. So salute Will. What's going on, man? We're playing here with a self-imposed undermanned lineup that doesn't have the firepower to get these dubs. Yeah, we did everything right, man, for like 3 3/4, but it's just frustrating because again, our lead just absolutely capitulated. 9 points up, 33 seconds to go. You should not lose the ball game. It was a missed assignment. Spencer Dinwiddie failed to switch. Deuce McBride was late closing out. Spencer walked straight into that 3 ball. Then there was the and one, quickly bumping Luka midair to get the put back and one. Just silly, ridiculous plays that let the lead capitulate. Then, of course, yeah, Tibbs failed to adjust. You knew Luka. There was only one thing Luka could do, which was purposely intentionally miss the second free throw, and then try to get another possession. And he didn't bring in another center, to secure that rebound. Dallas brought in JaVale McGee with that situation. Joseph says Tibbs got to go. Salute Joseph, chat. Don't blame you, man. Top to bottom loss tonight on the whole organization, which is so sad because there was so much positives from tonight. But, it matters not really because you got to close these games out, just absolute choke job, man. Almighty finesse, salute. Yeah, how do you blow this 9 point lead is beyond me with 33 seconds left. It was like Foley after Foley after Foley, really. Mitchell Robinson really frustrated me tonight. Again, yeah, his free throws really, really hurt. Obviously, because he missed at least 3 to 4 free throws, not just 1 or 2 down the stretch. Yeah, yeah, playing 42 plus minutes. That's at the foot of Tibbs tonight. No Fournier, no Cam Reddish tonight. Luke Barrett obviously went out in like the first quarter with a lacerated finger. Cut the finger open from a Luka strip. That was crazy. I mean, talk about injuries we haven't seen before. I mean, Luka got to cut his nails. Yeah, for RJ's finger to get cut open like that was absolutely crazy. But it happens. But yeah, like to Joseph's point, how could Tibbs not go deeper into the rotation tonight? Yep. Salute Kaiser. Luka got the refs in his breast pocket, man. Yep. Absolutely. A lot of filthy foul calls with that. Bumped. He gets the foul call all day, every day. Grimes was definitely stiff to get that jump ball. It wasn't a jump ball. You got to tie the man up for a couple of seconds at least, for that to happen. Yeah, quickly barely bumped him as well. Definitely, man. He fell off his spot like a soccer player going down. Yeah, Paul, what a choke job it was, man. Nothing I've ever seen before with that situation, man. A basketball team, a professional NBA team, should not lose a game with 33 seconds left, up 9. Again, the and one from Luka, the step in 3 from Dinwiddie, missed free throws again. And I go back and rewind. I said the Knicks' strategy to foul Luka was cool. I was cool with that. Luka dribbling the ball up 3. You'd rather just send him to the line and make you hit your free throws instead. But obviously, Luka got the first free throw and he missed the second one intentionally. And there's no way on earth he should get that rebound. I'm sorry, you got to put 2 centers in, Tibbs, with that situation, right? There's only one way the ball can miss, straight off the rim, and you need 2 big men. I'm not going to blame Grimes for the fumble, but yeah, he should have secured that rebound, obviously. But Grimes did enough to help us win tonight. Will says Deuce shouldn't be playing the final minutes in a big game like this. He's not there yet, and Rose can barely move right now. Yeah, it's crazy talk. At least sub on Fournier, who's money from the line at that stage. But I mean, Deuce hit 3 or 4, but he missed one. He missed one, maybe he missed 2. But yeah, it was a learning experience for that. Adam Silver maxed the call. I'm on the 4th quarter. They need Luka to have a legendary stat line. Man, Kaiser, chat. Yeah, all this talk's going to be about Luka after this. How did the Knicks let this happen? But yeah, the refs was in their back pocket for sure, man. Dunross, salute. Randle and Mitch could have been used more in OT. than the young players. A lot of players should have, and we were in control all night long, which is so frustrating again for these New York Knicks, man. It's like I won't even feel like bothering watching 3 quarters anymore, man. Just tune into the fourth quarter to see what's going to happen, because it makes no difference what the Knicks do in 3 quarters right now. We could be up 15 and no lead is safe right now. Right now, I mean, who knows how long Brunson's going to be out? But yeah, everyone's gassed on this team right now to fail to close this one out. And now 4 losses in a row. I mean, where to from here, man? San Antonio's no cakewalk with that. Kaiser says the difference in these 4 losses is that these teams have real superstars. Yep, and they get those calls. Yep, like you said, yeah, correct. We need to focus on drafting our own stars. Yep. Yeah, facts, right? Randle gets hacked. He doesn't get that, even though he's borderline all-star, he's not getting that kind of call. I mean, to fight like we did with no RJ, no Brunson, I mean, obviously beating Dallas would be nothing to gloat about, because yeah, they need a lot of help. Luka needs a lot of help, but I mean, just it's a filthy feeling to drop this one now. But you look, it is what it is, you know. I want to maybe shout out some of the positives from tonight. Yeah, let everyone get their frustrations out, but we just look ahead to the next one. But again, you know, if Tibbs doesn't open up this rotation soon, there's going to be a lot more pitchforks and knives out, I think now. I mean, it's basically erased the feel good. 4 really bad losses in a row has erased the 8-game winning streak basically now. Yep, for me, there's no real feel good vibes no more. You know, you could win 8 straight, but you lose 4 the way the Knicks have lost. I mean, talking about the Toronto one, talking about the way they lost to the Bulls as well, um, talking about the way we lost Christmas Day, and then to cap it off with this loss. I mean, don't talk to me about the 8-game win streak no more, man. That's a thing of the past. We hit another fork in the road, like I said, after that Chicago loss, or the Toronto loss, whichever one was the second loss. I can't remember now. There's been so many bad losses, man. Finesse says, just tank, get rid of this mediocrity right now. People hide to be fired. And I think, yeah, I feel like they're going to let things play out to this season. Yeah, it's frustrating as a fan, this mediocrity, not having our guys being able to close it out and letting a superstar walk all over us, man. Yeah, like Joseph says, it's all mental sometimes too, down the stretch, man. You put these NBA ballers, these Knicks players in the gym, I bet you they're going to hit like, 10 out of 10 free throws, most of them. But mentally they collapse, when the crowd going off. I mean, yeah, I salute Deuce McBride for hitting 3 or 4 free throws, but that one that he missed was critical. Mitchell Robinson, nothing surprised me there. He's never been a good free throw shooter. He's awful at the line as well. Joseph says, yeah, the mental mistakes made at the end of the game to fatigue. Tibbs overplaying certain guys, yep. And coaching. Tibbs is not a good teacher of nuances to the game. Yeah. Shouting, screaming. Yeah, like I said, it was self-inflicted tonight as well. The refs didn't help. Luka Magic and the Knicks brought this upon themselves. Like I said, so recently, I don't know how Quentin Grimes can learn from that. I mean, not learn from that. Dribbling the ball up the sidelines when you know they're about to foul you or trap you. Yeah, wouldn't mind a Wembanyama or Scoot on this team. Looking forward, man. Let's see, man. This could spiral out of control now. We're 1 game over 500, but we've definitely hit that fork in the road now, fam. Paul says Grimes ain't clutch just yet. Yeah, these are young players learning, second-year players. For the most part, I'm proud of them tonight, for the way they played. I can't put this loss at the foot of McBride or Grimes. What I can put it at the foot of is, some ref calls, Mitch's free throws, and, Quickly's foul, missed assignments, Tibbs not making the adjustment, bringing in another big man to after we knew Luka was going to intentionally miss the second free throw. We talk and pushing for a playoff series or play-in game when we can't even make free throws. In the playoffs, you got to be able to make those free throws. Yeah, on point. You said it, man. It's been something that's been a dirty secret for this team for 2 years now, more than that. Even Randle missed a lot of free throws tonight. Missed a couple key ones down the stretch. Yeah, mental fatigue and also mental weakness. Yeah, for this team. Done, Ross. It's front office and Knicks management's fault for this game. Tibbs made mistakes, but at the time they should have done his own thing for OT. Yeah, I just can't get over the fact that with RJ goes down, Brunson's already out. You can't put Cam in, you can't put Fournier in for a couple more minutes. Svi Mackay, look, just somebody, just so these players don't gas out. We were playing at a real nice pace, ladies and gentlemen, in the first 2 quarters, as we see 30 in the first, 33 in the second quarter, nice halftime lead, 29 points in the third as well. But a 23-point fourth quarter to a 33-point fourth quarter. Again, like I said, we've got to just tune into the fourth quarters now. I mean, I'm not even going to bother to see what happens in the first 3 quarters of a game now, because it serves you no good to play a great 3 quarters if you just let go of it. Silly mistakes and silly decision making from Tibbs, with these rotations. There's been a common theme from the last 4 losses, and then we've been losing it down the stretch. We've been gassed. Who knows how long Brunson's going to be out? Maybe he needs to rest that hip, for a little longer, fam. But you guys let me know when the game went to OT. I mean, the cat was out of the bag by then, man. I didn't see this team rising up to take this one in OT. It was just an absolute gut-wrenching last 33 seconds, man. Even a guy like Mike Breen, guy who calls games for a living, was absolutely shocked. Man, you could hear it in his voice. As funny as it is, it's not funny, but you could see it happening. I tweeted it out. I saw it coming. It was just folly after folly, from the jump ball situation to fouling. Yeah, and I felt like the Knicks did make the right decision to foul Luka running the ball up the court. It worked for us last time, but we didn't finish that possession off with the defensive rebound from the free throw. Spillage falls into Luka's hands, and man, the rest is history. But it's going to take some recovering now after these 4 soul-taking, gut-wrenching losses now. After these 4 losses, I mean, you could comfortably say the Knicks should have won these last 4, man. And then what would it have been? We've been talking about something completely different. Luka never beat the Knicks in Dallas, but tonight he got his first dub. Well, we saw minutes from Frank Ntilikina. We saw minutes from Kemba Walker. But the Knicks had their measure all night long tonight. Like I said, the Knicks led all the way up to the fourth quarter, and offense went stagnant. Quickly played a little scared. I liked the 15 assists, but there were some shots he should have taken at the rim. Guys clearly getting to the rim and passing the ball out. Even Quentin Grimes was a victim at times, a little too much unselfishness from some of these guys at times. Deuce McBride, the longer, he's on the court, he does hurt you offensively, like we know. He's not an offensive player. He did well tonight, hit some shots. But for the most part, when it's clutch time and it's go time, you're playing with Deuce McBride on the floor. It's tough. It's tough in that situation. But Derrick Rose didn't really have it going. He's lost a step. Yeah, exactly, Paul. It never should have went to OT, this one, right? Never should have gone that way, man. It was like a train wreck, car crash, a slow one, watching that down the stretch for these Knicks. I feel bad for so many fans out here tonight. paying their hard-earned, watching this thing, and it just sucks. Sucks to lose a game this way. Like I said, I would have preferred tonight to just tune into the fourth quarter and not see how the first three quarters went. Uh, as satisfying as it was to see Grimes play so well, career high, salute to him, and quickly career high 15 assists. I mean, no one's really going to be talking about that, which stinks, because those guys deserved a good shout out tonight. But the headline is Luka, the capitulation and the collapse, you know, all worldly, unworldly, all time collapse from the New York Knicks. I've never seen the Knicks collapse like this, man. And we had some bad ones, even with Stoudemire, last minute follies, all of that stuff, man. Missed assignments, but you cannot blow a 9-point lead with 33 seconds to go. I mean, it's harder to blow that than it is to win with that situation. Grimes missed a layup. I forget what minute was that, Paul? There was just so much happening at once. I was just watching it unravel tonight. Juan, what's good, fam? Franchise is poor. Nothing is going to change unless Dolan sells the team and stop firing his friends. Yeah, it's disappointing that any kind of feel good vibe, even if people were feeling like it was fool's gold, the 8-game win streak, it did show us that some of this stuff was sustainable, through the winning streak. The defense has definitely improved, holding Dallas tonight, 27 in the second, 27 in the third quarter, 28 in the first, but 33 in the fourth, with our offense going stale again. I guess it just goes to show how important Brunson and RJ are. Missing our Batman and our Alfred basically. Tonight that would have made a huge difference, and the Knicks probably definitely close this one out. But yeah, back to the drawing board now we go. We've got 2 more in Texas. Let's see what they do. Paul says IQ and McBride went 2 for 19 from 3. So that hurts you too. The averages tell you the longer McBride's on the floor, yes, he's helping you defensively, but the longer he's on the floor, the more pressure on the rest of the squad offensively. More pressure on everyone else. Juju, one-on-one isolation. And I thought we passed up a lot of good looks. G Money in the house, right? Trying to find words to describe this game tonight. I've never seen anything like it in any Knicks game I've watched. And that's saying a lot because we know how many crazy games we've witnessed. And tonight was just like I'm still almost speechless, really. Yep, G Money's always on the money. Yeah, it's not just physical. This game's mental, lack of IQ. Again, this team it's like they just do everything they can to try to throw it away. From Quentin Grimes dribbling the ball down or slowing it down and dribbling near the sideline as well. It's basketball 101 is to bring the ball in the center of the court, when a trap comes. But yeah, the refs didn't make it easy on us calling that jump ball. For a young squad like they were to come back in OT, I just knew the game was gone. I wanted to try to stay positive, but it's a lot for a team that led wire to wire basically to recover from that up 9. You saw Julius Randle's reaction, man. Did you guys see Julius leaving the court? He didn't address nobody. He just walked straight to the locker room. Basically, man, he was hot. Tom Thibodeau, I just peeped the press conference, and Tom Thibodeau just looks like a depleted man. He looks defeated with that situation. I mean, what else can you really say, man? It ain't like this Dallas team is that good. I always give credit to the opponent. They deserved it for hanging around tonight. The Knicks again failed to put their foot on their throat once and for all. I mean, we know no lead's safe in the NBA, but you can certainly make it more difficult for the other team. That situation, offensively, we went stale. Teams were 0-13, 884 went up 9 with 35 seconds or fewer, man. Yep. Sorry, teams were 0 of 13,884 went up 9. Man, that's unbelievable. But I can believe it because these are New York Knicks, man. They've always got the streets buzzing one way or the other. Man, appreciate you, G, for that stat. Not surprised, to be honest. Really, a professional basketball team shouldn't lose up like that. Just made it way too easy. Also, I do want to ask you guys, I told you all I was okay with fouling up 3. In previous coaches' regimes, we'd never gone that philosophy. Second time in recent times we've seen the Knicks foul up 3. I was cool with it. I mean, the ball's in your court that way. Luka hit the first free throw, then he had to try to miss. We just couldn't get the rebound as well. And he's going to try to miss. That's the whole game plan as well. You don't bring 2 big men on to secure that rebound. Man, a lot of learning lessons from tonight, man. As a pro, I could only imagine what these Knicks players are feeling right now. I spare a thought for them. Whilst a lot of it's self-inflicted, I mean, you don't wish this on any enemy even. I don't even wish this on anyone to lose a game this way. It's just absolutely ridiculous. That's the only way to describe it, really. Utter ridiculous, really. A lot of these young players too, guys like Quickly with the career high assists, he's probably got to try to feel good about himself, but he can't tonight because of this loss. Quentin Grimes, career high points, can't really feel good about tonight. So they've got a lot of film to watch, a lot of lessons to be learned tonight. I hope some of these young Knicks players that are a part of the future, that are going to stick around, I hope they are, much wiser, much wiser from this situation because, can't let it ever happen again. Dunross says, I know that when Mitch signed his contract, they promised to him he was going to have a bigger role in the team, but they don't make any plays for him. Tonight we did see a few looks, Julius dumped down low. I like that. Mitch got a few touches under the basket, a few post-ups. One resulted in a foul where he went to the line. I think he split the free throws. The other one he got stripped, I think, or missed the shot. G says also the missed free throws, lack of rebounding, played that factor as well in the last 20 seconds. Fatigue, fam. And Wise Chat and Knicks fan base, we all know we've been watching games for a long time, most of us, and basketball's a very unique sport. You could lead the whole way and don't mean nothing. Once it's crunch time, that's why they call it crunch time. You either execute and you get the dub, or if you don't execute, you get handed an L. Tonight, the Knicks got handed a lesson to be learnt. A lesson that these young players will never forget. I mean, tonight they're part of history, ladies and gents. Let that sink in. No player in NBA history had ever had Luka's stat line, man. Even from the Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem days, Magic Johnsons, Michael Jordans, you name it. No one had ever had a 60-piece, 21 rebounds, 10 assists. I mean, tonight, ever, what we witnessed. So we witnessed history, basically, which is why I'm still lost for words in a way. It'll sink in after another day or so, but then it'll be on to the next, fam. It'll be on to the next, ladies and gents, as the show goes on Broadway. A lot of questions to be answered now. Tibbs, I've got to watch his full press conference, but this loss stinks so much, it reeks that as a player, as an organization, you want to bury it immediately, man. You want to look on to the next, right? We'll miss Brunson, our closer, basically. Nick Streets, chat. If there was any doubt who the New York Knicks closer where it was, then leave no doubt about it right now, man. Without Jalen Brunson, anything's possible for this team, man. We could have been up 11 and maybe still lost without JB, you know, with some folly, some cheese from the refs, from some Luka magic, and of course some folly from the Knicks. That's all it takes is the right ingredients all mixed together, and you have yourself an all-time choke job like we saw tonight. Um, Paying some respect, yeah, to Grimes, Randle, IQ, Brunson, balled out, but mental mistakes down the stretch. Yeah, minus Brunson, he was out, fam. McBride, I think you mean. But yeah, these guys have got a lot to learn from tonight. Um, yeah, we'll give out our grades. We'll give out some flowers to Quick, Grimes, and that. You know, got to feel good about Grimes. Bright future ahead. I love some of the things Grimes did tonight. Dribble drive was on point. Finishing in traffic. Not afraid to go to the cup. In just his second year, how many times has young Knicks players been scared to take it to the cup? So that's a positive sign for the future. Is Quentin Grimes? I mean, in some regard, in my opinion, he's as developed. He's further along, or as far along as RJ Barrett is in his fourth year. You know, and Quentin Grimes is only in his second year. Um, Makes good decisions outside of down the stretch, using the sideline to the other team's advantage. But he'll learn. But Quentin Grimes attacks the closeout, um, has no hesitation shooting, especially tonight on a night like this on the road. A lot of big things to look forward to from Quentin Grimes. Bright future ahead. I love what I saw a lot from Grimes tonight. It just sucks that it came on such a bad night. But the best is yet to come, ladies and gents. Nick Streets for Quentin Grimes. The best is yet to come from him. Put the ball in his hands more, please. You know, especially when the offense is faltering. Um, One thing that got me a little frustrated with Grimes though is I feel like he's a bit too unselfish sometimes. Even quickly, it's quite maddening at times. He gets to the cup, he's about a layup away from. He's within 5 feet, and he passes it away. Well, you got to look at the hoop at that situation, man. You just put your teammate under more pressure, and especially when you did so well to get yourself in that position, you got to finish it. Yep. Yeah, we got to call out Tibbs again. G Money. Um, Tibbs not using Reddish tonight and Fournier of all nights, especially in an OT situation where guys were gassed. You're staring at a fourth game losing streak. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. He's going to have to answer to a lot of that, fam. And it's up to Leon Rose to basically take this situation out of his hands, I think, and trade one of the two at least right now. It's disappointing. We're not using them, and they're not playing right now. Yep. Also, yeah, shout out to Luka again. Tough to dwell on it, but we're never seeing this tonight as well. He's going to get all the accolades he deserves over the coming weeks and all of that. This game will forever be in the record books with that situation, man. But as a New York Knicks fan, I want to erase it, delete it from my memory ASAP. Right now, it just you feel used watching this game for 4 quarters. You know, when I should have just tuned into the fourth quarter and as well. The first 3 quarters don't mean nothing if you can't finish it out. Yep. Yeah, I feel you, G. I got you. Yeah, the teams were 0 of 13,000, went up 9 with 35 seconds or fewer in the last 20 seconds. Yeah, incredible. Absolutely unbelievable with that, man. Embarrassing. Yep. Like Kaiser says as well, like we keep saying on this show, fam, the Knicks invent new ways to lose games. I mean, yep, embarrassing, right? The only thing that we expect to see from here on is the Knicks come out angry and just take it out on the next opponent. That's all you can do after this loss, man. If I'm a pro baller, I mean, I delete this from my memory ASAP right now. Yeah, a lot was against the Knicks tonight. We do got to put everything in perspective tonight. We didn't have our closer. Still wasn't acceptable. But in terms of this team trying to pick up more wins and trying to, move up the standings without Jalen Brunson, without RJ Barrett. That's going to be difficult. I'm just keeping it a buck as well. Right, without these two guys, they're two out of our three best offensive players. And we got career highs from Quickly and Grimes tonight. Imagine if we didn't get that. We wouldn't have stood a chance. Also, I agree with Kaiser, and to agree, we will start to see more and more crazy stat lines in the NBA because it's all about narratives, They're trying to sell tickets. They're trying to sell a new TV deal. I mean, for them, they don't care about how things happen. They just care that something happened and that Twitter can go ablaze. Twitter is absolutely on fire tonight, so that's only good for the NBA. Like Kaiser said, man, it's like WWE, right? Who really cares who wins, who loses, as long as the storyline's lit and more people are listening, man, right now, man. Like after tonight, it's going to be like, man, oh, did you see the Lucas performance, man? Can you believe a player did that? No, I can't believe it, man. I got to see this. Oh my God, who was it against? Oh, it was against the New York Knicks. The stories write themselves, and yeah, this is going to go on for days right now. But out of these last four losses, I mean, you got to rank tonight was the piece of crap on top. But the Chicago one killed me. The Toronto one killed me. I mean, Philly on Christmas Day, pales in comparison to tonight, I think. But yeah, it's just an awful taste right now, man. After those 8-game winning streak, and we got that from a gassed Luka as well. He had to be so gassed to do what he did, and yes, he got a lot of help from the refs, no doubt about it. I do got to look back and see whether quickly even moved him, really, but he was playing it to his advantage as well. Yep, salute, best chat in the biz. Glad to have you all rocking out, man. Even after a loss like tonight, that tells us we deserve a pat on the back ourselves, man. Smash that like button. The streets are always buzzing, and we keep this conversation rolling all season long. I mean, we witnessed something all time tonight, and the road ahead as well. The show never ends on Broadway for these New York Knicks. We've got to complete this Texas triangle. Give us your thoughts against San Antonio and against Houston. Houston's rolling right now. Houston's playing good ball. KPJ, Jalen Green, Alfred Sengun as well. If Brunson's not back, if RJ misses time, it's going to be crazy. Joseph says Tibbs incapable of teaching the game to players. That's why he prefers the veterans that get it already, that are the finished products. Hence Mitch, zero threat offensively, and RJ hasn't added nothing to his game yet since his rookie year. Good evaluations too, fam. I feel like we certainly should be seeing more from some of those guys. Deuce McBride, Quentin Grimes quickly shown a lot of progression, in my opinion. But those guys are workers. It doesn't surprise me. But not everyone can follow suit. With that said, RJ's been picking it up recently. He didn't come into the league as a great shooter, but I wanted to see RJ's decision making improve. I want to see the handle improve throughout that situation. I want to see him shoot the mid range a lot more. Yeah, the way RJ went out tonight just sucks. I mean, something got to be checked with that. For Luka, for a strip to cut the guy's finger open, I mean, that just shows how bizarre tonight was, ladies and gents. I mean, all you could do is shake your head like I am right now, because, yeah, I've never seen a Knicks player go out with a lacerated finger from a strip like that, man. The guy must have very long nails. Also, yeah, that foul on IQ in favor of Luka epitomizes today's NBA. Infuriating it. The good old James Harden flop with that situation. Especially a guy like Luka's build. I mean, you mean to tell me IQ is going to move him like that? I mean, that was crazy. Crazy with that, man. Julius did restrain himself tonight by not complaining. to the ref's agent. Yep, because he was getting hacked in the paint. Yep. The ball did move quite well up until later in the game when players got gassed. Obviously, they tightened the screws defensively, got into the Knicks a bit more. We're just kind of lucky too that they didn't hit a lot of shots. Like Reggie Bullock missed so many wide open shots, and THJ missed heaps of shots. Knicks chat, Knicks streets. I mean, you guys know if you saw the game, they missed a lot of wide open shots. So we caught a lot of break. A couple of crazy wide open threes from a Christian Wood that had me upset because like they weren't watching the scouting report. You know, how do you leave Christian Wood wide open? He got like 2, 3 threes in a row, back to back. You know, failure to close out on that one. But yeah, this is the NBA, man. No win's gifted to you, and you have to do it yourself. You have to take that dub and grab it with both hands right now. Something the Knicks have been unable to do in these last 4 games. Let's also recognize that the Knicks got lucky throughout their 8-game win streak. I mean, I'm not blowing smoke up no one's A. The Knicks got lucky in a lot of their 8-game winning streak. You know, we caught some breaks. You know, that helped the story along. That, you know, the Knicks are doing everything right. You know, 8-game winning streak, but we were doing a few things wrong as well. It was a very, very short rotation. You know, we was playing some teams without their stars. Yes, our defense absolutely ramped up, which has regressed a little recently. Yeah, it's interesting. After tonight, players are going to be tired. Deuce McBride, Quentin Grimes playing 45 plus minutes quickly tonight. Crazy performance from Quick tonight starting. He's going to be the first player I start off giving a grade to. Yeah. Before that, yeah, Joseph's point about Cam. I feel everyone's frustration. I feel like tonight of all nights, we needed Cam, definitely, with RJ going down, with no Brunson. You know, you mean to tell me Cam can't give us 7 minutes or something tonight to spell some of these guys? But the reason it didn't happen is the writing's on the wall. You know, Tibbs was never a fan. You know, as Mark Berman basically reported immediately when the deal was done. It just people didn't really want to take it in full consideration. But Mark Berman got that intel. You know, he's close to Tibbs. You know, we already know what it is. And Tibbs wasn't no fan of Cam right now. And also it's showing us that Leon is just letting Tibbs do what he wants to do right now. There's no edict. There's nothing, which is kind of front office malpractice because if you're running the team, you know, you're the prez, you're going to have to instill your philosophy on the coach, on everyone, because you're the boss. You know, like Joseph said, you traded a first round pick to bring this guy in, and you're allowing your coach to just throw him to the side and not utilize him and not play him, even in dire need, dire straits like tonight. All I can say is, you know, if that's the decision they've agreed on, or that's the decision they've made, they better damn make the trade soon. You know, because we're just wasting time, wasting his minutes, his production, and find a deal. Find a deal. I mean, of all the politics as well, you're paying Evan Fournier 17 milli, 18 milli. Where the hell was Fournier tonight as well? I mean, I know his defense ain't good, but 10 minutes off the bench, he's one of the best shooters on the team. We need a bit of offense, short rotation, short-handed, foul trouble, RJ out, Brunson out. I mean, yeah, fan base got a legit gripe tonight. Yeah, with that situation. Now, we got to give out some flowers tonight because we did see some good things. The ending left a sour taste in all of our mouths. And before we look at this road ahead, try to make some predictions. I'll start with quickly tonight with a whopping 51 minutes. I mean, I never thought I'd see that from Quick. Inefficient was 5 of 21 and 1 of 10 from 3, but hit 2 of 3 free throws, 3 rebounds, a whopping 15 assists from Emmanuel quickly. He had something like 8 assists in the first quarter, I think. Well, players were hitting their shots. Quickly was getting the assists up ASAP. 1 steal, 5 personal fouls, -7. 5 personal fouls was a neutral, 13 points. So for Quick, to step in, get that start in Brunson's absence. He ran the team well for 3 quarters. Passed up a couple of looks, but the shot wasn't dropping tonight. So what was Quick trying to do? He was trying to find his teammates, so I salute him for that. 15 assists for Quick. Stand up. You guys tell me, what did you see from Quick tonight? What would you have liked to see more of? The shot wasn't falling. Again, shot selection questionable at times. Some of the 3 balls mostly. He takes some silly 3 balls sometimes, and then he doesn't shoot at the rim when he's close to the rim, which infuriates me too sometimes. I know he draws the defense in. The defense collapses, but I think Quick has a couple of good looks at the hoop. The floater was money in his first 2 seasons. So I don't know why he's lost a lot of faith, a lot of confidence in that floater game. But I can't hate on the 15 assists. That's incredible. Due to that, I'll definitely give Quick a B plus. B plus tonight, short of an A because of the inefficiencies on offense with the shooting. But he led the team. He ran the team in Brunson's absence, man, with 15 assists. So, with that said, Quick's going to gain more confidence. It's going to be interesting to see whether, this increases his trade stock. If Brunson's out another game, I would expect Quick to get the start immediately in the next game. He's definitely the second best lead guard on this team to run a team. Proof tonight: 15 assists, a steal, plays lockdown defense, plays hard. Just Quick's. He's still a young player, and his decision making lets him down on the defensive side as well. Sometimes, as well, he plays at an extreme pace, frenetic pace, as well. He's helter skelter, Jekyll and Hyde. He's quickly. He's every bit the enigma, basically. I describe Quickly as an enigma. You just don't know what you're going to get. You're not surprised either way. You're not surprised if he's 1 of 10, or you're not surprised if he's 6 of 10. You're not surprised if he has 3 assists, and you're not surprised if he has 15 assists. That's what you're going to get from a young player. He's been limited in opportunities running the team as well, which has been an embarrassment on Tibbs. Quickly should be getting more minutes, 20 minutes mostly, averaging. Running Brunson into the ground. Quick should have had more opportunities to run the team more. Especially when we shorten this rotation, Tibbs should have got IQ up to 25, 30 minutes as well to spell Brunson. That's one of the reasons Brunson's banged up right now. Like Joseph hits on, IQ used to play point in high school, shooting guard college. He could have been our point guard if Tibbs was willing to put the ball in his hands. Let him learn this position in his first 2 years. Yep. Definitely got point guard qualities too, fam. I feel like quick rise, offensively in his first 2 seasons, had a lot of people peg him as that, shooting guard, spark plug, Lou Will type guy off the bench, because he was so advanced early with the floater, with the 3-ball, all of that. But we're seeing that start to go away now. Not as much confidence in the floater, not as much efficiency with the 3-point shooting now. The 15 assists tonight lets you know that Emmanuel quickly can find his teammates and make things happen. Where he's got to improve is decision making wise as well, and also learn to play at different paces as well. Yep. At times he speeds it up way too much, and he also, purposely speeds things up sometimes when he doesn't need to. With that said, a much better defender, shown development that way, which is kind of sad that he's regressed shooting wise, regressed with the floater offensively, but he's improved defensively as well. So just when you hope a Knicks player can round out their whole game, we're seeing improvements on one side and some regression on the other side. With that said, though, if he continues like this with 10, 15 plus assists on better efficiency, but maybe not as much scoring, I still take that all day, every day. All day, every day. He's still developing. Let's see what this franchise thinks of Quick. Moving ahead now. It's kind of crazy that his name's in trade talk still. I know they probably don't want to pay Quick, so that's definitely very much a financial decision that they're thinking of. But with Quick, his game speaks for itself. He's definitely got potential worth developing, worth keeping around. Yeah, like Joseph says, too, fam, yeah, on point. Definitely. IQ's floater game was on point, right? He was the float god right now. He's so hesitant now. He'll get to the rack and he'll pass it back out, or he'll survey like he's been doing. He'll bring the ball back out. He'll dribble it. Yeah, it's kind of hard to know what shot to expect from Quick because he passes up an obvious look, and I'm like, man, that's a quick shot to take. But then sometimes, without a second of hesitation, with a man right on him, he'll fire up. So it's just like, I think he's still processing the game. He's quick, and with more reps, he's going to get better at that, I feel. But yeah, tonight was a big eye opener for Quick running the point. 15 assists, shout out, B plus. Kenny Atkinson could be a good coach as well, fam. Yep, for that development, man. He's that guy that can teach and develop young players. Yeah, definitely. Certainly a guy that can defend on ball like Quick has. He's going to be invaluable to a lot of teams in this league. Once he figures things out more consistently on the offense, is when Quick could be a starting caliber player. Yep, he could be that starting caliber guy if he figures things out. He's just got a lot of potential that can be unlocked. Whether the New York Knicks keep him and unlock it, or they trade him, remains to be seen right now. But yeah, he just plays at such a crazy pace right now. Pudge, nice. Salute, salute, salute. What you got for us, fam? Buzzer beater. Yep. Still don't know what happened, fam. It was just the culmination of everything. Cheese from the refs, magic from Luka, and capitulation, poor decision making from the Knicks and Tibbs tonight. Fatigue, Dallas taking their opportunities too. It's like a shark, they smell blood in the water, they go for it, and it's on us to put the foot on the throat for the Mavs tonight. Up 9, we just should never have let them even get in a position to try to win. Embarrassing free throws from this team as well. For God's sake, get these guys in the gym, shooting these free throws tonight. And again, it's a theme. It's just a common theme that just keeps happening. Nick Streets, fam, as well. We all buzzing in frustration. Smash that like button. Because, yeah, we ride the bumps, all 82. But tonight was a loss that I've never seen before as a New York Knicks fan, man. So, yeah, we give Quick some flowers, B+. Quentin Grimes was another huge story from tonight. Absolutely wet from three-point land. And he played 48 minutes. He was 12 of 25, man. 7 of 16 from 3. Let that sink in. High usage Quentin Grimes, sign me up. I love it, man. Like I said, in his second year, he's as far along or further along than RJ is in his fourth year in terms of efficiency, confidence on the floor, all of that. And he's only going to get better and better and better. Tonight we saw a glimpse of what Q Dot can do with higher usage. Fam. Also 4 assists, stand up. 6 rebounds, 4 offensively. It's a shame he didn't pull in the most important offensive rebound, man. That hurts, man. But just 3 turnovers as well. That jump ball one, again, he'll learn from that. That's critical. You can't use the sideline to the other team's advantage right there. But yeah, with that said, 5 personal fouls, -7, and 33 points for Q dot. So stand up. He also gets a B plus, B plus, B plus, A minus. I'm just a bit sour on on the final possessions, not being able to close it out. But he is a guy that hits free throws. 2 of 3. Him and Quickly. I would have loved those two guys to go to the line. With that said, instead of Mitch, we'll give out Mitch's grade 4 of 8 from the line. But it's just sad that we led wire to wire, right? Quentin Grimes and Quickly play 48 and 51 minutes. And what does their plus minus tell you? -7 for Grimes and 0 for Quickly, in a game where we led most of the night. None of these starters could be in the positive except Barrett, who only played 2 minutes. So, Randle was +2 as well. So, Joseph says, I'm sorry, am I just upset, or do the Knicks historically never get favorable calls from refs? No, you're not up. You're upset, but yeah, you're not wrong. Absolutely. And the Knicks, the thing is, the Knicks don't really put themselves in great positions too, because they make silly decisions sometimes. A lot of players milk foul calls. Like Luka is a superstar. We know what the NBA's agenda is. The thing is, the NBA don't really probably feel like they've got to do the Knicks any favors. I mean, Julius Randle doesn't usually treat the refs too kind. He's been better this season, but yeah, the Knicks got to put themselves in positions to get better calls. But yeah, the refs are on something recently. The odds of an NBA team losing a game with 33 seconds left up 9 is astronomical, right? Yep. G Money gave us the stat buzzer. Teams were 0 of 30,000, I think it was. 30 something thousand. Or 3,000, I think. Yeah. Yeah. With a lead, with a 9-point lead. In that situation, astronomical. Yeah. Better odds to be struck by a lightning. Oh, right. That just tells you there's no coincidence, man. Luka getting Luka calls, Knicks making Foley, all combined to see this mess tonight, man. It was an absolute all-worldly mess, man. But yeah, the positives I really wanted to highlight was just Quickly and Grimes, really. And also, Julius was Julius. We expected this tonight. 11 of 23, 5 of 11 from the line. A whopping 18 boards, 4 assists, plus 29 points, right? So yeah, A minus performance from Julius tonight. The free throws hurt us, to shoot 50% from the line. That's embarrassing again. 2 of 4 from a guy like Julius. Considering he shoots the 3 ball so well, Julius is a guy that should be hitting better than 50%, of his free throws, man. Yeah, with that said, Mitchell Robinson, 4 of 8. We know it's his weakness, but yeah, he's shown no improvement again, which is embarrassing from that situation. Yeah, absolutely embarrassing from that. And yeah, Buzzer, I feel your frustration, but yeah, I don't feel Grimes was the reason we lost. Yeah, he's a young player. He fumbled the ball once from the rebound, but the ref calls, leaving Dinwiddie, wide open for that 3 hurt us. The foul call on Luka, Tibbs not putting a center in, a lot of situations, we don't even get close to winning tonight if we don't get the same production from Grimes. But yeah, he's a second-year player as well. Second-year player, makes mistakes. Cormega, salute. How you feeling after this, man, fam? We just got to look at the road ahead now, man. If I'm the Knicks, you can't even stew on this much longer. Learn from your mistakes. Get these guys in the gym shooting 1,000 free throws right now, man. Get these guys shooting 1,000 free throws. But also, yeah, with the folly of not playing Cam tonight, not playing Fournier, hurt us. The bench situation, D Rose got in, gave us some tidy minutes to D Rose, but he's not, he's not got the same legs. 12 minutes, not the same level of scorer. But Deuce McBride, 46 minutes, great defensively, hurt us offensively. 4 of 14, 1 of 9 from 3. Couple of those 3-pointers were tight. The one that McBride got blocked was just tough. That was a situation where he should have pump fake, dribble drive, something like that, man. To get that shot blocked by Christian Wood, that was another play that killed us. Yep. Yeah. A lot of cheese, buzzer. Yep. You're on point. Luka's 22 free throws with the entire Knicks team 24 free throws, man. But nothing surprises me anymore. The Knicks on the road in Dallas. Luka, getting Luka calls, man. Cormega, we had it, we blew it. It's just tough to see this situation. But if we're gonna lose, tonight was just no excuse, first and foremost. But if we're gonna lose, losing with these young players playing high usage, learning from this experience, I mean, that's the only positives I can take from tonight. No Brunson and no RJ. Guys did step up in productivity levels and stepping up in minutes. It's just the Knicks coach just couldn't push the right buttons in this situation. Get a center on to get that final rebound, to extend the rotation, and understand that your guys are getting gassed. Slowing down the stretch. Tom Thibodeau's feeling on the pulse of this team is lacking with that situation, man. We needed some fresh legs. Some fresh legs could have opened this game up, and sealed the deal. Man, Dory, salute. Yeah. What's going on, man? With that situation, man. Luka got his first win against the Knicks in Dallas tonight. We saw Kemba. We saw some Ntilikina, but they didn't do nothing, Reggie Bullock missed a lot of open shots. Also did THJ as well. Yep. Buzzer says, CT, you're right with the Grimes got caught in that jump ball situation. Yep. He was supposed to box out on Luka on that free throw at the end. Yep. Then he fumbles the rebound. Yep. Yep. Definitely. Yeah, you can blame him on that play. Definitely. I just saw the Knicks lose this game in so many different plays. It's hard to pinpoint just one. Coach made a lot of mistakes. Yeah, Grimes' second time he got caught on the sideline, which he should know already. More so, I wanted him to just pass the ball immediately. You got Julius on the other side of the court. When a trap comes, the play is to move the ball on as fast as you can. There's no point holding on to it, because the closer the double gets to you, the more angle that they can cover with that situation, right? So, yeah, another situation where he got to learn from that. But crazy capitulation tonight, man. Like I said, that shows you how bizarre tonight was with RJ going out with 2 minutes in as well with a torn finger, lacerated finger. I mean, we're probably never going to see that injury for another decade situation. But back to Deuce McBride, I got to salute him at the line, 5 of 6. That leads by example for a young guard in the pressure. Yes, he missed one, but to hit 3 out of those 4 tight free throws on the road with the crowd going crazy, some of these other guys can learn from that. But yeah, that's crazy. Yep, that's the number. Yep. Out of 13,000 884 situations with a team down 9. Yep. Absolutely crazy, right? Astronomical with that situation, yep. Now, looking ahead now, if this streak's to continue, this losing streak, I won't be surprised because mentally it's tough to come back from this. Tough to come back from this, right? Let's say San Antonio have it clicking, shots are falling and all of that, and we're without Brunson again. Yep, with this situation. So for me, the feel good vibes of the 8-game winning streak are all but erased right now. I mean, it's a season starting afresh, basically right now. The Knicks just 1 game above 500. I'm not even going to bother looking at the standings right now, but basically ATL and Miami, some of these teams were basically 1 game away from us. So we're not going to be holding on to this 6 seed much longer. It's going to be back into the play-in, back into a dogfight for Tom Thibodeau, trying to save his job again right now. It's just crazy, right? This league is very dynamic, and you've got to make adjustments quickly on the fly, which isn't Tom Thibodeau's strength. You know, that what was helping us win the 8 games was a lot of different things. It was catching a break with other stars being out, but it was also, that extra defensive boost we had. But playing an 8-9 man rotation, you should know as a coach that's not sustainable long term. It's not sustainable right now. So Leon Rose is kind of failing for me and Tom Thibodeau in that regard. You know, um, so many dead roster spots. He's allowing Tom Thibodeau to sit these guys and not use them. I mean, you could be boosting Cam's trade stock heading into the deadline. At the very worst, at the very least, you play Cam Reddish tonight. He puts up 14 points and gets you 8 rebounds, 3 steals. For other GMs to be sitting there watching, you're not giving them any incentive to give you any piece right now, which is sad. That's front office malpractice right now. Because like I said in the last show, Knicks fans chat, Knicks streets. If you're another GM watching, what's going to motivate you to give up anything outside of a second rounder, even for Cam Reddish? He's DNPing. We badly need extra bodies. Like tonight, we need extra soldiers. Tonight was overtime, back and forth, and he still doesn't get in. So, Rashad, salute. Bad coaching, players out of position, too much stagnation every game. Tom says he's going to fix it, and it is still happening. It's time for a new coach, and his defensive philosophy outdated right now. Yeah, we saw some folly in the last few games, but tonight, the drop coverage, letting Christian Wood get a couple of key 3-pointers in a row. Those what kept them around as well. Really, no matter how well the Knicks play throughout 3-4 quarters, it always seems like even when we're playing really well, we let the other team hang around. You know what I mean? You feel me? We let the other teams hang around. We're hitting shots, and it just feels like we should be up by more. And all it takes is they're just a run away. Christian Wood, like I said, drains a couple of threes. Bang. It's back to a 3-point game. Timeout. Tom Thibodeau. Couple bad offensive possessions. Fast break. Couple layups. Timeout. Like I said, that's what's got me most frustrated as a fan. Honestly, watching right now, it's like whatever happens in the first 3 quarters just has no bearing on the game. It always comes down to the fourth, and we always capitulate. We always fall down right there, right? When the defense tightens and the screws tighten in clutch, it's Jalen Brunson gets to the line and wins it for us, or hits a couple heroic shots and we win, or the other way, or we lose. Now, if the road they want to go in is development, I'm cool with that, man. Continue to play quickly, 30 minutes a night for the rest of the season. Play Quentin Grimes 35 a night, rest of the season. Keep playing Deuce, but play Cam, extend the rotation, right? Cut Hartenstein's minutes. Give Jericho Sims 20 plus minutes. Trade Derrick Rose if you're not going to use him much. Trade Fournier if you're not going to use him much. Um, the Reggie Miller one obviously was the classic, NBA moment where the Knicks blew it. Tonight was like as heartbreaking but slower. It was a death by 1,000 cuts. Basically, you could kind of just see it unfold. Like I said, as a 35 plus year Knick fan and watching this team, lose so many different ways, I sort of saw it unfold tonight again because we kept them hanging around. We didn't put them away. Refs are going to cheese down the stretch, keep the game close. League pass alert, get more clicks and more eyes on the game. That's what they want to do. I mean, Quentin Grimes had the ball for a split second, and they call a jump ball. They're quick on the whistles down the stretch, man. The other way, right there, and Quentin Grimes got fouled as well. I watched that replay again, and Luka hit his arm as well. He got hacked on the arm with that situation. But yeah, it's just so frustrating to watch this game unfold. A lot of these games unfold. The Knicks trading buckets, offense is flowing, and then it just goes frozen. Goes frozen down the stretch. So basically, this game hadn't changed nothing. The Knicks need a more offense. They need a better closer. They need shot making with that situation. We need to obviously get size, athleticism. Right now, Cam Reddish should be playing as well. He should be in the 10-man rotation if Obi's out. There's no doubt about it, in my opinion. Or if you want to keep a 9-man rotation, I would cut Hartenstein out. I would play Sims all of those minutes, combine the power forward and the center minutes off the bench. I would insert Cam Reddish, and I would play McBride and IQ when Brunson's back and if Obi's still out. When Obi gets back, I keep it at a 10-man rotation with McBride, Quickly, Cam, Obi, and Sims as well. So I'm all for trading Hartenstein. If there's a buyer out there, let's see what we can get. We signed him with free cap space, so we're not losing nothing. If we could get something for Hartenstein, a second round pick, that's a bonus. Right there. That's a bonus for me, ladies and gents. What do you guys think? If we could just get something for Hartenstein. Because, to me, Sims is just giving you what you need at that situation. Look at the plus minus tonight, fam. Hartenstein in 12 minutes, plus minus 11. Sims in 13 more minutes, -1. That tells you. Jericho was locking down Luka on a couple crazy possessions as well. Let that sink in. You got your center out there on an island guarding one of the best players in NBA as well. Yep. He was locking him down, and he's a guy that needs to play more with that. So, yeah. With that said, I'm all for giving Sims all the minutes he can handle. With that, trade Hartenstein, trade Rose, trade Fournier. With that. So, yeah, nothing really shocks me anymore with this team. It's a team that invents new ways to lose. It's frustrating. I think this coach's days are numbered. Whether we see some fool's gold, a little streak here or there. Coaches were hired to be fired, and we're just seeing too many collapses. Yeah, too many collapses. It's too much of a common thing with that situation. Johnny says keep Brunson, Grimes, and Sims, and everyone else can go. I agree with Brunson, Grimes are keepers. The way Julius is playing this year, you got to think that they're going to keep him, unless there's some kind of great trade package available. So, Yeah, let's see with that. Now, looking at this road ahead, uh, got to peep what San Antonio's form is, but these two are very winnable, and then things get tougher. I mean, we play San Antonio twice in the next four, so even if we beat them the first one, they're going to want to come back and beat us. So, yeah, to sweep a West Coast team's going to be really tough. I'm worried about the Houston one because boy, do they got talent, ladies and gentlemen. The Houston Rockets got lots of young talent as well. If the Knicks don't bounce back and win this next one, 5-game losing streak, I really think Tom Thibodeau's seat is on fire. Right there. Yep. Tom Thibodeau's seat is on fire if the Knicks lose the next one. Well, so for anyone that wants Tibbs gone, we'll be hoping that the Knicks lose the next one because that's what's going to happen. Joseph says another effect of Tibbs not playing these young guys past 2 years is Grimes, McBride, IQ don't have the experience nor chemistry in these late game situations. Yep. Well, yep. And then when they're in there, yep, they're forced to go on the fly right now. Yep, you've seen it. They've got some talent, and boy, did McBride try tonight. Tried his heart out, hit some clutch free throws as well. He's got some balls of steel as well. Grimes, finding his way into it. And Quickly's never been in this situation yet. He should have been playing more minutes. Yeah, like you said. So, yeah, this front office is always evaluating from what we're hearing, and I feel like tonight is definitely going to, especially with these tough ones coming up, is going to create a situation where, yeah, they're going to be looking at changes if this streak, this slide continues, man. Because like I said, mentally, it's tough to recover in the NBA from these kind of losses as games pile up on you quite quick right now. And obviously we've got the trade buzz, the trade deadline coming up. So Leon Rose, the ball is in your court right now. The ball is in Leon Rose's court right now. Tom Thibodeau is going to be Tom Thibodeau, right? He's not changing right now. Yep. Like Joseph's on point again. Yep. It's not just the experience, but playing together down the stretch. Yep. Absolutely critical, like you said. And Rashad, right now, your Hartenstein not even giving us buckets. He's missing little chippies, and there's no D from him. Too. Yep. I really question his fit right now. Yep. I'm buying into that noise from a lot of Knicks fan base right now because of just Jericho as well and what Sims is bringing. I mean, it's clear to see which guy is more valuable to this team, man. I saw countless possessions tonight where Sims was switched out onto Luka, containing him, containing dribble drive penetration, and it was a thing of beauty right there, right? You compare that to Hartenstein, he's not giving you nothing right now, man. He's not giving us nothing. Minus 11 in 12 minutes on a game where we were winning most of the night with that. So, yeah, look, Tom Thibodeau is going to continue to be Tom. I think this is at a point now where it's Leon Rose right now. It's up to you to make some changes, make a trade. I think the Knicks are desperate for bodies. They've clearly made their decision. They're not playing. They're not playing Cam. They're not playing Fournier, and they're not playing. They're barely playing Rose as well, only because obviously RJ and Brunson was out, tonight. So get these guys out of here. Get them on another team. Make your moves. Do what you got to do. Trade them if you're not going to play them. But increase this rotation because right now it's crazy. We still got more than half a season to go, man, and Brunson's already injured, gassed. Randle's going to wear down as well. Tonight, Quickly and Grimes playing 50 minutes, they're going to be tired soon as well. We need that fifth guy in that rotation. With that said, We need Obi to come back as well. We really miss Obi scoring off the bench, man. That can't be stated enough with that situation. But yeah, it's great getting everyone's thoughts out here, man. After a loss that left me speechless, I just yeah, it's just a wait and see game right now. 2 more left on this road trip. Also, yeah, Joseph says the question is, what is the chain of command in this front office, right? If Tibbs can refuse to play a guy, Cam, when Rose traded a first for him, then Rose probably doesn't have the power to fire Tibbs. Well, good point, Joseph. We had heard that Leon has the autonomy to make that move. I think, but we also heard Ian Begley say that Leon has, incredible loyalty to Tibbs as well. So, which one's going to give right now? Also, Dallas didn't even use the zone on us too much, but what's going to happen deeper into the stretch of this season and also in any playoff game, play-in game, where teams go zone as well? Yep. Like Johnny said, the issue with these foul shots too. Yep. Mitchell Robinson, ugly free throw shooting. Mentally, physically, a lot of these players are struggling right now. It's such a simple skill in this game. You could practice it in the gym over and over and over. We're shooting these free throws. Get your form right, whatever it takes. Shoot them left-handed like Sohan does, one-handed rather. Shoot them underarm like one of these guys used to do. I don't care what it is, just get something that's consistent right now. I mean, if a young guy like McBride stepped up, gave you, 3 out of the 4, there's no excuse. No excuse from these other guys. Also, better play calling from Tibbs down the stretch as well. Yeah, I preface this loss tonight by saying, obviously, no Brunson, no RJ. I would have loved to see, those guys play. Obviously, we're probably not having this conversation right now. So I do got to keep that in perspective. The players on the court tonight lost the game, and Tom Thibodeau. If we had Brunson, we had RJ, even one of them, the Knicks probably pull this one out, I would say. Probably pull this one out, but it's an empty feeling right now. This road's picking up. It's tough. We're heading into the trade buzz, one of the most exciting parts of this season. Let's see what happens, right? As Buzzer brings up these odds again, yep. 0 of 13,884 odds, the Knicks Blue. So, with that said, those kind of crazy odds, you know what that tells you? It tells you that tonight the refs, for it to actually happen with those kind of crazy odds, the refs were on their side to help it along, to help it happen. Yep. You breathe on them, it's a foul. With that crazy situation, you can hack the Knicks and we don't get a foul with that. So yeah, a lot of that craziness has got to give, man. Something got to give, right? So look for the Knicks to make a move soon, man. I predicted in the next week or two last show, and I think this is just going to heighten this thing, man. Ladies and gent, right now, I think these guys got an opportunity now to make some moves. If they're not playing these guys, make something happen now. But yeah, this 8-9 man rotation, right? The story of Tibbs's career and follies continue, man, and we let it happen. It's maddening. Yep. Yeah, buzzer. Yep. That's funny, man. Yep. We got a better chance of winning the lottery almost, basically. I mean, that's lottery type odds right there, man. Yep. A lot of craziness we saw tonight. Also, when it went to OT, like I said, I knew the Knicks weren't pulling this one out. Like we were gassed and we were shot, mentally. Mentally, we were shot tonight after that, man. Especially losing 3 of the last games tight. tight ones, man. But with that situation, we got some tough stuff on Twitter right now. So Jamal Crawford, ex-Nick, right? Crossover Crawford says, I was shocked not to see a double team, not to see a different look. Luka made the right plays when they did try to double a bit, but he was basically playing one-on-one most of the night. So that's Jamal Crawford on the Knicks defense of Luka Doncic tonight with a 60-point, 21 rebound, triple-double on the Knicks' head right now. Also, RJ Barrett's trainer, Drew Hanlon, says Luka was incredible tonight, has been all season. So fun to watch. But to show how biased the media is, here are some facts. Joel Embiid is averaging more points, more rebounds, more blocks, higher free throw percentage, higher field goal percentage, and his team has a better record than Luka. So Drew Hanlon saying that Embiid's not getting the same love as well. But yeah, Knicks coach Tom Thibodeau on whether Cam Reddish and Evan Fournier again getting DNPs in Dallas despite the injury is a signal that they aren't going to play at all. And he says, no, no. Well, actions speak louder than words, Tibbs, right? You know, tonight was a game they were badly needed. So, yeah, we got our thoughts off our chest, man. Let's look ahead. Have a smoke, have a drink, do what you got to do, have a nice sleep, wake up, put this one in the rearview mirror. We got to see some adjustments, see some changes. Otherwise, yeah, Tom Thibodeau's seat's going to be on fire soon. I feel with these kind of ugly losses pile up quick. This just shows you how maddening and inconsistent this team's been all season long, right? To go from 8 straight to 4 bad losses in a row, they're going to have to correct this thing quick. Now, if they pull off the next 1 or 2, 3 in a row, then the noise will die down. But I've always said it's the way that this team loses. It's not just losses, you know. It seems like every single loss we have is a crazy kind of loss. You know, we just can't lose like a normal NBA team, you know. We lead wire to wire and then we blow it away in the end, or we let some superstar have a NBA history night, or we let some role player have a career high. Yep. Also, yeah, Rashad says that's why this coach nickname I see you, I see you Tibbs. Yep, a player killer right now. I just pray for Brunson's health. You know, I know those hips can be tricky, fam. Yep. We all know, man, when player got a sore hip, that thing's not going to disappear right now, man. That's not going to go away, even with a little bit of rest. I mean, we got Obi with a cracked fibula, or whatever it is, with Obi's situation. That's not getting enough talk. Yeah, like I said earlier, Buzzer confirms we're tied with Indy, 18 and 17 now. Atlanta and Miami are both 17 and 17. Yep. Yep. Kind of like, I guess we got ahead of ourselves a bit, and I'm guilty of that too, fam, in the first, the 8-game win streak. But we're seeing this team now get back to where, you know, we you know, our home, basically, where we expected. And that's in the play-in. You know, in the play-in situation right now. I didn't really expect the Knicks to be in 6 seed. I thought maybe 8 to 11 spot. And of course, these teams were underachieving too. Miami, ATL, Toronto's probably going to come up soon as well. So, yeah, we blew a great opportunity basically. If we could rewind back to this 8-game winning streak, the Knicks were 5 games over 500. Had we just continued on with that, or gone 500 from there and kept that 5-game over 500 lead, we would have, you know, created some daylight between these teams. But now we're back into a dogfight right now. Um, Joseph says also it's worth noting, listening to the pods and interviews over the years, several players have mentioned not wanting to play for Tibbs because of the personality. He thinks he's Bob Knight of the 80s. Yeah. I think from what I've heard, fam, it's sort of nowhere in between. It's like players are staunch Tibbs guys or they're not a fan. Um, there ain't too many people in the middle right there as well. Obviously, if it's a player in a contract year and he's riding them like a horse, they probably like that situation. But if they've already got their bag and they're worried about long-term health, then they probably definitely don't be playing crazy minutes with that situation. And I like some of Tibbs' things, like there are some traits that players would love. He goes to bat for you. He goes hard when he plays and when he coaches. He goes hard, but um, his inflexibilities are killing us right now. I mean, we was talking about Big 15 for nothing at the start of this season, man. Look at all these pieces on the bench. I mean, he ostracized Evan Fournier like he's forgot how to play ball. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Evan Fournier, but he deserves to be done better than that, man. Right? Even in a situational moment when you need 7 minutes of offense, you can't call upon an Evan Fournier, right? A gold, bronze, silver medalist in the Olympics, a guy who is a bucket his whole life, right? You can't put him on for 8 minutes, right there, right? So he takes things personally. It's ridiculous. You know, if Tibbs goes down 0-3 on Texas, is he gone? Buzzer. Um, yep, I say yes. Yep. The answer to that is yes, or his seat is flaming hot. Flaming hot. Maybe they wait to the All-Star break, fam. Till they've got more time, more practice. More moves as well. Yeah. Also put equal responsibility on Leon because don't forget he's letting this happen, right? Tom Thibodeau's doing this, but his boss is letting this happen right now, right? There's no doubt about it. Well, like we said with the Cam situation, right? Salute Manchild, what's good, fam? The sad days are back. Yep. The the sad bad losses as well, man. Like I said, I would have been okay to tune into the fourth quarter, watch the Knicks go down in an admirable, undermanned, gritty, tough performance. But they're teasing us right now. They're teasing us, fam. Um, with leading all game and then doing this. E in the house, salute. With CAA ties and wheels have to really fall off for there to be changes made. To that point, I feel like Leon's safe, but I don't really feel like Tom Thibodeau's safe, to be honest. I think there's a lot of voices in the front office that would like a change of voice. Worldwide West is one of them, and I know for a fact Brock Aller is not a fan of, as been reported. Brock Aller is chief strategist for the future, and he's more long-term planning. So that's two big voices in the front office, ladies and gents, that that want Tom Thibodeau would like to see a change. With that said, Scott Perry still here. It's funny everyone keeps forgetting about Scott Perry. Nobody really knows how much of an input Scott has right now. I'm willing to bet it's not a lot. You know, there's a lot of voices. William Wesley is a big confidant with James Dolan, CAA, over the years, and a league whisperer among stars as well. And also, let's not forget about Gerson Rosas, a dude who replaced Tom Thibodeau in Mini. Let that sink in as well. So, yeah, Dolan brought Gerson Rosas in for a reason, right? To oversee some things and to whisper in Dolan's ear. Because I think that he wants to be loyal to Leon, but he wants reassurances, basically. I mean, that's a sneaky move you do when you're not 100% sold on Leon, and you got to bring in a consultant that, doesn't really even officially have a title in this front office, really. I mean, he's sitting with everyone courtside, and no one's been able to really get to the bottom of that or get a question answered. But Gerson Rosas is an unofficial consultant um, that also handles trade calls. Let that sink in, ladies and gentlemen. We had confirmation that Gerson Rosas was the one on the phone calls to Utah during the Donovan Mitchell thing. So, I mean, this thing's messy right now. This thing's super messy. Not yet announced my All Stars, fam. Tonight sort of soured me a bit on that, but I'll definitely get that out there in the next week. On live. Yep, live on a show. I'll get these All Stars out of there. These picks, but right now, yeah, I just want the Knicks to show me some stability. Right now, yep, surrender. Manchild's right. Yep, surrender with some help from everyone else. Yep. Yep, it's Tibbs and Leon's fault. Tibbs for doing it and Leon for not correcting it. Yep. Tibbs for doing it, Leon for not correcting it. With that. Also, yeah, Tibbs' coaching department, like Rashad says, yes, some players don't have great IQ, but you can teach them some stuff in films and they're not listening, or they're not teaching it. Failure to box out over and over. I mean, us fans, we've seen this like a broken record, man. Like Fast and Furious 10. We've seen the movie over and over where Knicks player failed to box out, or opponent gets critical rebound, put back, Knicks go down 1 point, right? If I had $1 for every time that's happened, man, I'll be somewhere else. And also, Quentin Grimes, dribbling the ball near the sideline as well. When you know you're up, the trap's going to come. Why would you not move towards the center of the court, ladies and gents? Is beyond me. Like P Nice says, spells out, Tibbs is definitely gonna go at some point, man. Coaches hired to be fired. Somebody got to be a scapegoat up in here. Somebody got to be a scapegoat, man. Yeah, Grimes is still young, but yeah, he was shook in that situation, man. Trap's gonna come second time in as many as a week. I mean, we should never have lost the Chicago one when he got trapped. Fam. Yep. Two little guys lining up for that last rebound beat. Oh man. Yep. Especially when they had the chance to match, JaVale McGee got put in, man. No counter to that. Nothing. It's crazy. Yep. Yeah, it's funny, we saw Taj Gibson get minutes over others, and then all of a sudden he got, there's no room for Taj anymore. So yeah, very short-sighted moves, man. And like I said earlier, fam, everyone just joined. To me, Jericho Sims needs all the minutes now. He needs to take Hartenstein's minutes. There's no role for Hart on this team no more, man. There's no role. He's not giving us anything more than Sims can give us. I think, yeah, like Manchol said, between Grimes and McBride, one of them had the rebound, and they sort of both went to catch it, fumbled. Someone knocked it out of someone's hand. Yep. But lack of boxing out, lack of communication on that one. Yep. Bring in a teacher, Joseph. Yep. Like you said it. It just reeks of short-sighted moves, and I'm not going to go as far as to say they haven't done anything to develop players, because players have improved still, but a lot of their decisions are very, very questionable for the future of this organization. Like the Taj one, like we've seen. The D Rose one's been a pleasant surprise, but he's clearly lost a step. And you wait till tonight to play quick so many minutes. Yep, I feel you on that, Pudge. Yep. Jericho locking down Luka was crazy with that situation. Um, yeah, we talked about the positives from tonight. Some of these young guys are growing, not quite there yet, but they'll learn. They'll learn. But yeah, this coaching situation, um, you're sort of undoing your own work, basically. 8-game win streak, 4-game losing streak, nothing in between. It's maddening. Um, Hart needs, yeah, his passing's good. He can hit the occasional J. I just think we could do without him. We could do without him, and Sims can thrive with more minutes as well. Mitch posting up to Pudge, I like that. Yep, they look for him down low. That was good. One resulted in a free throw, I think. One resulted in a foul. Um, like Buzzer says as well, yeah, had high hopes. He looked real nice pre-season with the passing. Remember, everyone was salivating over Hart's passing and things like that. Hit a couple shots early in the season, but I mean, $8 million compared to what Sims is given, no, no way. Yeah, 8 mil, too much, like Pudge says, man. So yeah, to me the biggest thing is Fournier, the most questionable move from this front office, right? You're supposedly blind loyal to your coach, right? And your coach can't find minutes for a $19 million guy that you thought was good enough to sign. Tell me, how does that make sense? How does any NBA front office operate like that? You sign a guy for almost 20 mil, and he's not even getting dire straits. Um, breaking break glass in case of emergency minutes. Right now, it ain't like his games disappeared. Any other franchise would be salivating the idea of throwing Sims and Obi out there at the same time with that athleticism, right? But not Tibbs. Yep, he's probably working to bring in Melo or Luol Deng. Also, imagine Cam, Obi, and Sims together off the bench. That's my rotation. It's quickly Deuce, Cam, Obi, and Sims. Well, that's a nice blend on the bench. Scoring, athleticism, D as well. Man, we need Obi back. Yep. Yep, we're a team of tweeners too. Yeah, we're small off the bench with the 2 guards and just 2 big men. Yep. Also, yeah, Crow, salute you for that one, man. How could we forget the way they hyped Kemba up? 16 milli for 20 so games, right? Christmas Day miracle, and that was it. But it's just like they're not completing the puzzle, right? So some of the things they're doing that I like, inserting Deuce McBride, that was a good move. That was the right play. But they failed to give quickly more minutes. When you've shortened the rotation, you need more scoring, and now you run Brunson into the ground, right? So, and then the Hartenstein situation right now. Derrick Rose is clearly washed, but you don't play Fournier or Cam. Younger legs tonight. I guarantee you play Fournier tonight or Cam, they probably hit you a couple of clutch threes, and it's ball game. Right there, couple athletic finishes on the break, couple stops. We're short-handed, man. Well, to not dip into the bag was crazy, and we better hope that there's some trade almost about to be complete, and that's the reason why. They weren't traded. Um, yep. So yeah, no connection between front office and coach for me right now. Yeah, with RJ out too. Yeah, and let's hope we don't hear some bad news about Brunson. Hip injury going to keep him out for a week or two. Imagine that. Imagine that, man. With that, yeah, we need to see these moves, Pudge, right? And I think the pressure on Leon, with the pressure on Tibbs now, with these 4 ugly losses, like look out, man. Um, but like I said, what's maddening is Leon, not doing nothing with Cam right now, man. You're not you're not giving any GM right now any incentive to give you nothing for him right now, man. We may as well buy him out. May as well buy Cam out, buy Fournier out. Not going to play him, not going to trade him. What are they doing? You know, they must be the best ball towel boys we've ever had. You know, they must be chauffeuring the team around or something. You know, Mitch had 20 points, 16 rebounds, IQ 15 assists, RJ 44 in a loss. Can't waste those type of performances. Yep, yeah, it's sad, man. That's not the story we're talking about. Um, as well. But in terms of the road ahead, yeah, we need to snap this losing streak for Tom to stick around. Um, can't take these 2 opponents lightly coming up. There's going to be a lot of anger, a lot of frustration, hopefully taken out on these next few. But something's telling me that a move's coming in the next week or 2 because yeah, the pitchforks and knives are going to be out with the Cam and the Fournier situation, right? This rotation, guys getting gassed, all of that stuff. Um, you would think Cam was playing really well at the start of the season. You'd think he would be able to get you a second round pick, create a little bidding war between Miami, Milwaukee, and LA, Just get get one of them to give you up 2 second rounders or something. Like B says, we got to get what we can, and I hope he doesn't walk for nothing, man. The guy's in a contract year and he's not playing, so um, not not great for relations around the league. Um, yeah, I think Rose basically he can help a little, but he ain't the same kind of player. I feel. Um, Now I still want him to help this team, with this short rotation, but I really feel like Cam and Fournier should be playing ahead of Rose at this point. Younger legs. Um, that's just what I'm seeing from D Rose tonight. Yeah, D Rose ain't doing nothing wrong. He's not going to lose you the game, but he just hasn't got it right now. Um, yep. The worst part is basically the lack of connection between the front office and the coach. For me, uh, to me, Cam didn't really do much to just get out of the rotation completely. He these last 4 games, you know, should have played some minutes. It's puzzling for me. The only thing I could assume is that they're deep in a trade talk. So that's all I want to see right now, and gonna get ready to wrap this thing up. Get some sleep. Yep, tough loss. Um, Something that I've never seen before as a 30-plus year Knicks fan. As we saw the stats thrown out there tonight, the Knicks lost the unlosable um, through many different ways. Um, the heightened security is going to come from this situation. A lot of positives though from tonight, from the young players, the stat lines shown. Let's hope they can continue to shine in their opportunities, and that's what it's all about for this situation, right? Pudge ain't sleeping. Yeah, I feel you on that, man. Yep, these players shouldn't be sleeping after a night like that, man. Yep, got to figure it out, man. But yeah, some changes will be coming. I feel, I really do. Um, yeah, ladies and gents, the chat's been buzzing. Smash that like button, and let's see what happens on the next one as well. Just another day away. We're still in Texas, baby. No travel. So yeah, let's see what they can do. Come out mentally. It's going to be tough to recover from this kind of loss. But like Men in Black, man. You just got to erase it from your memory, like it never happened. Basically, get back to it. Practice your free throws as well. Practice your late game execution as well. If you're putting yourself in these positions to win, you should be closing it out. With that said, ladies and gents, let's get it. Appreciate you all. Peace.